Hello and welcome to this episode of the Ranting Atheist podcast. Today we'll be listening to the deconversion story of a Nigerian atheist. He was raised in a Christian home and he was exposed to about 4 or 5 different flavors of Pentecostalism. His parents were moving from church to church shopping basically, like a lot of Nigerians do that. And over time, he began to ask questions, and that led to his curiosity before he finally lost his faith. So if you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing on Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and other places where podcasts are available. And now let's go and listen to the deconversion story of Precious. Hello, Precious, and you are welcome to Story of an Atheist. How you doing now?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for having me on your podcast.
At last.
I've been
I'm glad.
I've been planning to come and share my story, but that since I've just been coming up, so since last year, so I just say I'll do it this day, sha. So now I'm here.
No easy. This life.
Happy now.
We are struggling to survive the life we did not ask for. Sure, we have to be born. It's always so funny that we have to earn a living when, excuse me, I did not ask to be living. 2 motherfuckers fucked and got me here. Now I have to earn the living.
That is just life. That is just
it. Voila. And they want, by default, Nigerian parents want to be grateful for them fucking and bringing you here when you did not ask to be brought here.
Exactly. When you don't ask,
they demand the gratitude. Yes, you can be grateful, but it should be of your own volition, not demanded. So I'm just many things. Once I get picking like this, I go do my best to say, come on, say you are here because of me, so now me go handle your shit. Till you are capable. The only way, the only measure of my success is the ability to make you to able to live without my help, to give you the capacity to live without me. That's the only measure of success. Every other thing is by the way. That's one thing. That's the greatest success. If you can teach your children how to survive without you. If you are a parent that's helicopter till they are 30 something, you are a fucking failure.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
I've been a child, I don't think if I'm in Nigeria I will ever do that. I've said that to myself that no.
Nigeria be that now.
Yes, now.
Jackpot.
It was bringing a child to this world. Now in Nigeria again. The world alone, the world itself gone is no problem.
Wahala.
Talk less of Nigeria again. I'll be.
That means they go swear for me. Okay. Hey, probably I know they finish.
I'll be.
All right, bro. So now the listener knows we are speaking with Precious. So can we know a little more about you? Your location, if you want to share that, your age, if you want to share that, or you want to be like a Nigerian, Gen Z or millennial, what to do for a living, and any other thing you want to add.
Okay, my name is Precious. I don't have any problem hiding my age. I'm 21.
Okay,
I live in Lagos and I work too. So I make cocktails. That's when I'm not in school, but.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just
also they disturb you.
They disturb me like this.
I'm
even confused safe as in the school now wahala. I also safe like small advantage. Make I rest small.
I don't give a fuck about education.
As for me, I think it's the government. When I see students blaming ASU,
it's both ways. That's not serious. It's both ways. They don't give the ASU doesn't give a fuck.
It's true,
sir. The government doesn't give a fuck. So ASU is just like fuck it. Let's face the government and use the student as as leverage. But unfortunately for ASU, government doesn't give a fuck about
exactly. That is just the thing. The government,
so
they
ASU
don't
is
even
using
care.
the wrong leverage. It's the only leverage they have, and government doesn't give a fuck. In fact, government will prefer all of us to be literate so that they can keep sitting on our heads. Can't you see what's happening in the north? If the whole Nigeria is as illiterate as the north, glory be to Allah. They are going
It's
to
going to
keep
be
us where we are. That's the problem. That's why they fight so that girls will not be educated. So that women will not have equal rights. They need us to all just be on the ground. So that election time, 500 naira is all that it takes to collect our vote.
They just
That's
want
when
to
it
keep
counts.
maintaining that
That's
cycle.
now. It's too sweet because looking at the history, I remember when I was watching this series, The Journey of an African Colony, when they were interviewing Tafawa Balewa and what was the other guy's name? This Southern, oh boy, see English. I was like, Abuki, they talk like this. Oh boy, see, as in them and Ojuku, you can already see that they all went to the same, they got the same education because their English was just mwah. Like Aboki, when the whole Turban is speaking clean fucking English, but yet look at all their people. Meaning it was a deliberate act to keep them ignorant. Because if the Hausa population were educated, majority of the nonsense that's happening there will not happen.
It won't happen now. It won't happen.
Because now any small thing, Allah Akbar, mobilize them, kill, scatter everywhere.
That is the thing. I mean, they don't say I said only like the one that happened in the one that is happening in the north right now. The Muslims, they are praying to Allah so they don't get killed or maybe get bombed. And the terrorists, they are also bombing people in the name of the Allah. So who is deceiving each other?
They're just deceiving themselves. It's beyond fucked up. It's beyond fucked up. Look at Nigerian football. Nigeria pray to God to win. Ghana pray to God to win. So God is fighting God like madness. They don't even sit down to think and look at it like Ghana is praying. Okay, maybe they'll say God is going to favor me over Ghana. Everybody's is even so annoying that even like the past week I've just been encountering Christians that will come with this you know what Christians usually do when you are bringing out an issue in Christianity, they will now blame that those ones are not doing it the right way. Every other Christian is wrong except their own, except every other version of Christianity is wrong except them.
That is how they do it now. They are all confident in their own way.
And I'm like, you people are all saying this. Can't you just see it? Like, can't you all of you see that? Like, what is really going on? Why the confusion? God is not the author of confusion, but what the confusion is happening live and direct in HD.
To everyone, exactly, HD. And as in, they are not even seeing these things. They are very comfortable in it, and they just feel like they know for sure that their own way is the right way, and the rest to fuck themselves.
Fuck them. Let's move on. Let's move on, Jai. So now, what do you identify as now, self? Is it agnostic? Is it I don't know? Is it atheist? What do you identify as in that respect?
I identify as an atheist, but I was once did I say deist or agnostic? Both at some point, but it didn't take long, But
okay, now you share with us how you passed through that journey.
Yeah. So
now.
I identify as an atheist.
Now you're an atheist. You know, when I like to ask atheists to define the word atheism. So what does the word atheism mean to you?
Atheism is the lack of belief in a God or a deity.
Okay, that's just how I. You don't believe in Yahweh, Allah, Krishna, Shango, Juju.
All of them.
All right.
Because this believing, there was this guy on, I think, Clubhouse. So Christians now, they will be like, you've never had an encounter with the Holy Spirit, and the guy said him too, he has his own encounter with Shango. So
but they don't believe. But they don't believe he did, Javi.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of like everybody, they all say they have their own encounter with any god they worship, which is something that is likely to happen as far as you believe in something.
It's always crazy that if you the evidence they present for their God, if you take another religion and present it in the same way, they will not accept it. You'll not be like, what? I'm like, okay, why? Why? You are saying the Bible, okay, I'll quote the Quran for you. Do you accept what the Quran says? No. So why the fuck do I give a damn about what the Bible says? You'll be quoting the Bible to prove something. Meanwhile, if someone quotes the Quran, you be this. I said the way you feel about the Quran is the way I feel about the Bible.
That is just it. You want to be as in you want to be using the Bible to come and you are quoting Bible to someone that does not even regard your book. That's true.
It's pure madness. I beg. What was your religious background like? How did they baptize you? How was it? Or did you experience such?
Yeah.
You're born Niger, so you can't escape it.
I can't escape it. So,
so give us the full lowdown.
Okay, I was raised as a Christian, so our it was not like really hot. It was just like my parents didn't really take it serious like that. But although we are Christians, we go to church.
They go church.
No,
okay.
then they go. So is the thing is that it's actually my mom that is actually like the coach, the actually yeah. So we've moved to like 5 different churches since like as I can remember, sha. So
what are those 5?
They are all I think they are all Pentecostal. So we moved from Trem, then we now moved to Christ Chosen. Instead, that was the church.
Wait, sorry. Is it Christ Chosen or the Lost Chosen? Which one?
No, Christ Chosen. There's Christ Chosen. Okay. So from there, we now moved to one church like that in our area. It's not like a popular church. It's just let me just use the term one man business. That kind of thing.
Startup church.
Yeah, the startup church. All this fire for fire and vision.
So
to know that method it really works for Nigerians. Once you say that's then from there we move to another one. So that one too is like a startup, but it's thriving. So we moved to that. It's called Divine Hairs. It's still around, so not really far from where I live. So the first one that we went to the Trem that started, that one was actually our neighbor. So when we moved to this area, so we're like, so we don't have church. So we now started following our neighbors to church for like almost a year, almost a year. And then my mom left because they used to wear trousers and they used to wear wig. She said no, because she said when she was young, she attended Christ Chosen, and it's this kind of deeper life vibe now. So she was not comfortable in the church like that. But the church has this kind of I don't know because the church is close to Mr. Biggs. So I don't know. Then as I was in children's church, there's this refreshment every Sunday, as in it's too much.
Wait, children, they give you guys Mr. Biggs.
I mean, I don't know if it's from Mr. Biggs. So I don't know if Mr. Biggs, but the church is close to Mr. Biggs, but the refreshment there, it's just too much.
Meat pie, donut, all those things.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, now juice and cabin biscuits where we they drink. Hey. Wrong church, now here I enter. Okay. Continue.
So then we left the church. So me, I was still going because I have a friend, like the neighbor. So we are age mates. So I was still going to church with them, enjoying the refreshments normally. So they just play, we just move around and do some stuff. So we now move to the Christ Chosen. The church is because I'm from Edo, so the church is like we are mostly Edo in that church, but it's big, and the experience there is just they used to wear this the pastors there or priests, they used to wear this kind of garments, and they used to perform like is it drama I'll call
Is
it,
it?
like to
Yeah,
be
they were okay. Kenneth Okonkwo, abi?
I do,
Is that not the Geo?
no, that one is for Tremo. I'm talking about the Christ chosen now that we went.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one now has their own method of Sakamaji. So they used to see vision too and all that. And there was one that actually burst my brain, that the pastor was pursuing one other pastor in the church. So they were climbing chairs. The chairs they use there is like that kind of that wooden chair that is long. They used to use in all this cathedral. Yeah. So they were just climbing the chair, running on top. And I told my mom that, what is going on? Mom said it's the Holy Spirit that is working. I was like, yeah. I can never forget that thing in my life. We don't move good churches. So the church, I didn't really enjoy the church. The children class is not even sweet, and we just there. We were just going. Then from there, we now moved to this Covenant Ministries, the startup.
Okay, now
this one was where we saw hell, as in that church is everyday fire for fire. As in every Sunday like this. But once after prayer, after someone like this, next thing like this, one lady don't catch, as they are doing praise and worship, one lady don't catch fire. She don't fall down scatter chair. Now. So once she just fall down like this, they will just stack up all the old chairs for space. From there like this, prayer points they enter back to back, and me self I did. You follow fire the prayer now. Abi.
No choice.
No choice. So everybody, you just the fire the prayer or good. There's even one that the pastor also one day the pastor said a danger is coming for me, and they have to do something about it. So and there's one thing I can't forget that the pastor said. The pastor said, if something happens next, that we did not come for the stuff, that I think my mom is the blame, and she got scared. And the thing is, so we had to go to the pastor's house and go to their church there, and they were praying for me in the night. And because I was scared, because what the pastor said, that if something happened to me and I didn't come for the prayer, so we sure went for 3 days, I remember, and they did the prayer and so I came back that same church. So there was one day in the church, like that church now they have like two standard prophetess. So now them they give us the update every Sunday.
Okay, nah.
So there was this Sunday. This one burst brain. We after everything, and so on the normal business you go now. Holy Spirit don't start work. 2 ladies don't scatter ground. Everybody don't. And the thing there that once it's already going on like this, as in I would just be feeling scared, and which kind just be like caught.
Made the money
that kind of thing.
Close it. Happen for you. Tell you to close your eyes.
Yes, now this is tell us to close our eyes now. But I still watch my surroundings. They no use break chair for my head with Holy Spirit. So, before you know, they go buy cane come for the full church. Like everybody old cane. Me self old cane. My papa old cane. My mama old cane. All of us old cane. Prayer point start. We start they flog the ground, as in just imagine, like just as in this one, just imagine, you know as Christians now, just imagine let's just say God brings the devil to you now, that this is the devil and he has he made your life miserable and all that, so take this cane and flog him. Just imagine the way you flog him. That was how they were flogging the ground. Fire, as they flog the ground, time by fire, time by. As in, me say, if all the men there, all their cane done pieces, they don't flog ground tire or more. see people they fold their sleeves, they go up, say with fire. As they flog and they pour
Fuck.
anointing oil for ground. Hey,
Oh, wow.
that church there. So that's what the church do. The church can't crumble. The startup no, blow.
You know, take off.
The startup no blow. So they now moved the church to, because the pastor was staying far from the church. They now moved to the church to where the pastor was staying, and we cannot it was the distance
Too far.
yeah, so we couldn't go again, and that was how the church just. So from there we now moved to this latest one that they are still going now, this Divine Hairs. So Divine Hairs, like HEIRS, hair.
You know, like hair on your head.
No. HEIR.
Okay, hair. Okay,
Yeah.
Inheritance. Okay.
Yes. But it ends with S, Divine Hairs, that kind hair. So now that one them they like this now. And
Now, this moving period, like, how many years are these movements?
okay,
Like, how many years?
let me say from 2007, because I was 7 then. But this one that we are in now, let's just say 4 years or 3 to 4.
So, what was Divine Years like? Or what was it like?
Man, it's
Before you even answer that question, like, all through your journey, how was you believed that God was real, sha? However crazy they were.
let me even say, when this last one that I went and they're still going to now, so then I now started like being honest and sincere, because whenever I'm praying in the church, I used to be like, I used to say my heart is not clear, and this prayer that I'm praying, God cannot answer it. I just used to tell myself that thing every Sunday, because as they are praying, my own mind will be thinking of one where I don't go watch all those kind of things, and then and I know that this thing is not just working. And then I believe even I used to pray sometimes, maybe if I dream or something bad happen, bad dream.
You dream say they knock or dream, man.
I love that one though. I beg. But I still believe then that there is a God and you are the favorite and he's there for me. He's my G. He answers even when maybe good things happen to me, or let's say something just fall in line and I got favored. I will just say, God done for me, that kind of thing.
Of course.
And so I'm just forget about some people. Hey, so that was like the experience. So in our house, so the thing is not really serious like that, because even on Sundays, this these stories that I just said now, on Sundays, if we're going to church, so we are like we are 8 in the house. So Bible no dey ever complete on Sundays. Like one Bible be missing. So my mom is always doing like the sacrifice that okay, take my Bible and so
you never tell her say you use your phone.
Then I don't even that church they don't even to allow phone. Okay, this last church. Even
Divine Hairs.
Yes, they don't allow phones. Even if
please share with us their doctrine. I think it sounds like an insane place. So what was it like?
Okay, it's kind of like redeem. It's kind of like redeem, but they are kind of strict small. So they don't allow phones. They don't allow trousers. Yes, they don't allow trousers. They don't allow wigs. And that church, they actually tried to capture me in that church. It's just that me, I'm not serious. Let me just say I'm not really serious with church things, because they actually hold my sister. She's a choir now like this. So then every Sunday, because once we close from church like this, I don't discharge, I don't move. So they noticed it and they forced me. You join something in the church now.
Join service unit.
Join something. Is he learn piano? There was the time I even say, okay, let me even learn this piano, and then I was interested in like making beats. So I was like, if I even learn
Okay.
this piano and I can start using it to like learn from there.
Yeah.
So even there was a time I even wanted to join their control panel. What do they call it?
Technical crew or something.
Technical this thing, because I'm good with systems and like that. But the thing will just the thing here is that once I'm in the church, if you tell me to do anything, I will say yes. I will come. I will join. I'll be coming for rehearsal. But once I leave the church like this, it's hell. Before I will even to come to church. Hey, let me even tell you this last church now. Like when we first joined the church. So there's this lady. She used to come to our house like 6:30 and come and I don't want you guys to miss on the school. I don't want you guys to prepare and me, I don't like Sunday school. I don't even like going early because I want to prepare my own way and do my things my way. I don't used to go with them. I used to come on my own. So I used to leave them and sometimes it's even the scope I used to use sometimes. So I will just let them go and I will like it to be as if I'm dressing and once they go, I don't off clothes. Hang out. So I used to use the format sometimes and when they think that once they come back, it's just shout. Come church everybody will rest last. But I used to do that one when my daddy like goes to church. Because if he's at home, I cannot do that. That format no fit work. The one I used to do if he's at home.
So wait, your dad will be not go to church, but he wants you to go to church.
He must go.
Now,
so the one I used to do if he's at home, I will just do as if I'm dressing. So I will let them go first. So once they go, I will just come out and go somewhere else and just go and chill. Or I'll just go somewhere else. So that kind of thing.
Now it's called with the use. just leave the house. You have gone to church. Praise the Lord.
Yes, now just leave the house.
Holy Spirit cannot snitch.
Abi. So that was
Nonsense.
how this woman will come and just come and drive us to the church. And this thing that because she's from the church, she can actually do anything to us and my parents won't complain. Let's say my mom actually, she won't complain because my dad used to be around like that. So my mom can't complain. Even if she carry belt, say flog anybody, my mom will not complain because
Did she actually?
Yeah, she actually it's not like she flogged me, but we did almost combat, like dragging. We did drag ourselves because this one they pursue me for house. And this one adult too. She don't almost marry herself. So she did drag me and so she was now feeling like a disrespect and she now actually wanted to do maturity. You think I shall no agree because how you come and forcing me to bait? Say don't miss on this school. So she do that one. She rest. That is the thing. My own is if I don't want to do something, you go disturb tired till you rest. So from there, another woman took over again from the church. So those ones, that woman is my juniors. Those ones that she used to bully very well because she tried it. Me, I know if sometimes if she come, I will just follow her. I will do Sunday school that day. I will even answer questions. I will even be saying to myself that what is even hard in coming to this church early safe. So that day we shall do after church. She'll call me, talk to me, and I'll go. Next Sunday again, 10:30. I will because the thing is that I cannot just be doing it. I no fit dey come church early and me I don't like spending long time in church. So I dey time the church. I no wan dey spend past like 2 to 3 hours even if it's like first Sunday because then they like do like this church na they used to do one thing called covenant renewal service. Hey, like that, like say that format na like is like I shall know that once my mom is going that if my mom is going if it's on that Sunday that is first month. Yes, that's first month of the first week of the first Sunday of the month. She used to go with like enough money for covenant renewal. It is actually something funny. So she used to go like they used to go and pay this tithe. Abia we like call it for covenant renewal. Hey, even till now, like yes, like seed. If like yes, that kind of thing. Even till now, she's still doing it. So that is how they used to do it too. So that that is how from everything. Even they were all like pressuring me in the house that I'm not going to church, this and that, till all of them rest. So now, so it's been like 3 years now that I haven't gone to the church. So they know I don't even go to church anymore. Like once it's Sunday, they don't even talk to me. Like they just say, hey, food is there or lock door, that kind of thing.
Oh,
So
that now
they
soft life
don't.
that was. They
I've
don't
been
bow.
they don't bow. So
Oh boy.
my bro too just joined the league. So it doesn't
Ah,
go ahead now. So it doesn't. They know they disturb am too again like that. So the thing is that is my parents are not really, they carry am for head, but
they
they
don't
carry am
carry
for
on
head,
for it
but they
for you.
no they no really, but then they go sha. But sometimes so they enter their head to like to them will not me because like the girls now, those ones they are not going. My mom will still shout and complain, and so they will go last.
I won't be surprised if it's they are thinking of marriage, church, marriage, all those things. I don't know.
You said
Like the whole applying more pressure to your sisters than you.
yeah,
Are you
yeah,
sure it's
yeah,
not marriage agenda?
I don't know. I don't know. So that is just how the thing. So in our house
When did this?
we are not
You
really,
know,
even one lady actually introduced us to be doing morning devotion. We did that one for like
uh,
4 days. Everybody rest back. So that stuff, I mean, you just wake us up. My dad will just wake us up. We are morning devotion. The thing is even fun itself because it's not something we have been doing from time. So once it's time to pray, everybody will look each other. Who want pray? Who want? So my dad is the one doing everything. And as so as man we suppose rest from work, you cannot be waking up very early now. So everybody just rest last. The thing not even pass like 1 week or so. Everybody do their own things, Jerry. But we still believe in God, sha. Yahweh is there for us.
hey.
That time,
So with all these experiences, they are forcing you like you still believed. When did you now start looking like, there's something wrong here? Like when did you start being all suspicious? How did that go?
okay. That time, sha, I still believe though. So I now entered school and um, it's it's one course like that too. It's like a general course. And the how it actually started was this course is like a general course, so it has like 6 parts. So like history of Nigeria, economics, history of science, Einstein, Aristotle, and all this one. And what yes. So
Is it
this
philosophy?
yeah, philosophy. Yes, that's philosophy and one again law. Yeah, law. So this history of Nigeria part, now im come enter my eyes. So I was now reading about the history. So on that textbook, so it's just like a small textbook. So it was not really carrying detailed information about the history of Nigeria. So they were just like skipping just. So I just saw Christianity part sha. So then na exam time now. So me I wan like really know more, and because I dey like, so I can't go like read about the history gongo of Nigeria. So the religion part. And normally I used to hear about this guy Ajayi Crowther. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even used to take it serious. I just used to think that I don't even used to I didn't even know anything about the slavery and all that by that time. So like, but now I was not, so I now read about the whole stuff and how it came to Nigeria, and I was not like, this thing I imported na imported religion. Yeah. So but I still believe there's still God. And so I now then we did the exam, the exam I passed it because our exam, you just see your result immediately, you submit.
So
So
is it CBT, abi?
yeah, CBT, yeah.
Okay.
So I was not reading about how the slavery and all that and the religion had effects in our culture, how English became our language, and how they prohibited um, our traditional practices and many stuff, sir. So how people started changing their names to biblical names and the influence it had on education. So I even read on one story, like a part, like an history in the 1930s of one Aladura prayer groups that they were converting people, and the group were mainly
In
for
Nigeria.
yes. That is in 1930.
Uh,
So they were praying for the healings of influenza at that time. That's sickness, and the whole thing just crumbled when medicine like got to Nigeria. So it was just like
yeah.
as medicine reached Nigeria, oh yeah, oh, business don't close, everybody come and be going home. But I was really like seeing all these things. But at that time, Sha, I already left the church for like 2 years, 3 years. So I think if you're not going to church any longer, you kind of free in some kind of way.
Yes, now the indoctrination will wear off.
That kind of thing. So
That's why there's this social shame of not going to church. Is part of the
yes,
feature,
yes.
so that you keep hearing the same nonsense in a different way, so that your mind will not be totally closed to things on the outside.
Yeah, that's true. Because I used to remember when I first started missing church, I would be feeling guilty, kind of that. They don't go church now. Until my
I
mind
was
got
there
stuck
too.
inside the inside the grave. So and the slave Bible, yeah. I saw the slave Bible. It contains passages about the Bible that actually suits their agenda. So in the Bible, you'll be seeing things like where is this part of the Bible safe?
Slaves,
You'll be
obey your
seeing
masters.
slavery, all these Ephesians
Obey
6:5,
your
all those
masters, even the cruel ones. Like,
even those so the Bible is just actually there to make the slaves become better slaves, that kind of thing. I was like, slave Bible in the name of God, slavery. And me, I'm this kind of, as in this slavery thing, it seems to vex me whenever I hear it, as in slavery, as in how will your fellow humans, as in, so that slavery thing really got me, like. And in that Bible you won't see things, you will find passages like Galatians 3:28 that talked about the equality of groups of people. I don't know if I can read that verse.
Galatians was. I
Three
read it
twenty
now.
eight.
Read
Okay,
it.
he said, so there is no difference between Jews and Gentiles, between slaves and free people, between men and women. You are all in union with Jesus Christ. And you won't see parts where Moses led the Israelites to freedom. So the book is just about obey your masters, obey your this and that, child, obey.
Even that part Galatians I kind of fucked up. Like, there's no slave. They're like, it's acknowledging that they are slaves. They are just people, but they can believe in God. Not you should be free. You should
That
be
kind of,
not. You should be free from slavery.
yeah. So and so, but then I didn't really like I didn't really go to church. So me, I don't really know about the stories of the Bible like that. But I used to know some, because then my dad used to buy the film. Then but I can't really remember what happened. I can remember I watched that Israel Moses passing the Red Sea.
Okay.
I used to watch it, but I don't really know the story. Even till now, say if they're talking about Bible stories and I keep asking questions, they'll be like, guys, say you know good church ni, and I'll be feeling ashamed, like that was before, like
Yeah.
yeah, I was feeling like I don't know, I don't really sabi all this, because there's this my friend, so him is kind of devoted, so he knows this story very well. So now me I ain't going to fight for WhatsApp every day, like so that kind of thing. So now deeper life, so you understand, you're supposed to understand.
Yeah.
So me I didn't really know about the Bible, but that slave part, as in that's that slave and slavery and everything. So it just like a seed that was there already, that like say I no go really like it. I was like, man, I no go even take am serious, but if pastor come, I go respect am, all those kind of things. And there was one day like that, I was just on Twitter and they were arguing about something, sha. I just saw I just saw your reply. Because okay, let me even say this one first. Like when I entered school, so there was one guy I met in class. So he was watching a video about dimensions, like first dimension. So we now really that was after exam. So I we now talked and we now became friends. So the
Okay.
guy, so this how it happened. So the guy now we met in the same stage of our deconversion process. So we actually like assisted ourselves. So the only thing we talk about is this topic, like in the school. From anytime we see, even on chat and all that. So when I met him, so as he was watching videos about that kind of stuff and um other things related to science, sha. So we now like exchange numbers and stuff. So he was now giving me some passages in the Bible that actually does not make sense and stuff. So the thing I would say that before that I've always wanted to meet an atheist. Like, why do you I'm not even why I want to meet an atheist is not because I want to condemn you. I want to say that why are you saying there is no good? Like, what is making you say this kind of things? So yes, now so if I had met an atheist, if I had met an atheist by then, maybe I would have been an atheist since. Because if the guy actually like talk to me and say his own point of view, I would have actually like escaped since. Like, that is just like, but I didn't really get to meet any or see anyone. Even the guy I met, we were just like just questioning at that time, sha. So that was how one evening like that, sha. Twitter violence we define now.
That's good.
That's good. So that's how I saw your reply. And your header has this Nigerian flag. So I was like, the ranting it, also Nigerian. And I went to I visited your profile, and I saw the link there to your profile. So I clicked it, and I just moved to Spotify. As in, from that day, hey, like it was like evening. I first listening to like like 10 episodes, because what I was hearing was just like the orgasm, I'll call it, as in hey. So that was how it just started, like. And the way you actually talk there, like the violence and the way you package it, and so just burst in my head like, guy. So I now shared the link to my friend too, so he actually like listened and he actually like sharing all that stuff. So on some episodes that you invited some people, I used to take note of the notes that they recommend, and YouTube channel. So I used to make sure I watch videos from any recommended this thing. And you talk about one channel, is it Dark Matter 2525?
Yeah.
So that Dark Matter 2525 just did like the final finishing. As in, the guy helped me answered many questions. As in, he actually like dissected and as he's doing his video, he's giving the verses, and
Straight
he just
up,
simplify it for you, and you just see it clearly as it is. So after everything, and I was ready like, come on, this one don't, like, my eyes don't open, like this thing is no actually make sense again. So at that time I used to easily get into an argument. Like, if I hear one talk for about this kind of thing, I don't chook mouth, I don't like. So any small thing they trigger me, then as in any 80s bit like this, no. But at that time, I still believe in like a supernatural,
a god somewhere,
yes, that kind of thing. Say, someone is there, maybe he doesn't interact with us, maybe he's just there, just looking, like he doesn't even care about us and all that, So I still believe then I still believe that there is a supernatural being. So and then before I left the whole Christianity stuff. Because when I actually watched these videos, then I was now like sad that so because the thing was paining me that so because I was not actually scared of hell again. Yeah. Born for hell. Hey, because it is just like a 50-50
We're in
that
the end time
exactly. Hey, the thing was like if I miss this thing now, it's forever and ever. So at that time I was still kind of scared, but the whole Christianity thing does not make sense. But I was still scared of hell. So the thing really like it was still holding me down at some time until I now actually like thought about this health thing because I watched one video that was talking about matter and fire and stuff. So the explanation actually makes sense, and it's something I used to know before. But if you are thinking about all these things, you won't really process all these things you know. So like fire now, fire for fire to be there, that's to have is it carbon dioxide, water vapor, and oxygen. All those kind of yes, all those things that has to be present.
Combustion.
Yes. So and then I watched videos about dimensions and all that. So as in a 3-dimensional world where we live, and we are going to a spiritual realm or a spiritual world where a fire is going to affect us. And I know that if there are dimensions, if higher dimensions are true, we can't perceive other dimensions like higher dimensions. We can't experience it. So how is fire going to? It's just like a spirit now. If they're actually ghosts, and you want to use a fire to burn ghosts, that kind of thing. So the thing didn't actually like make sense to me, and hell again.
But the Christian will say is spiritual fire.
the thing there is that as far as it's not a physical because these properties now that has to be present for fire to be there is a physical property. So I don't understand when they are talking about spiritual, just like saying a spiritual car. A car, like, spiritual
like Holy Ghost fire now. Holy Ghost fire is spiritual fire now. Don't you know?
Those but is all those things still doesn't make sense, because the hell itself is just kind of an unjust punishment for a life that how many years are we living here that we go and burn for eternity.
100.
I'll be 100 and we'll go and burn for eternity. So what is the moral lesson? What is what is God going to gain from it? And the thing that the no sin is bigger than others. So someone that killed millions and me that just lied will be
you and Hitler. You stole meat from the pot. You're going to burn. Hitler killed millions of people. He's going to burn the same intensity. Like hell is just the firewall. It's the last line of defense for Christianity. The firewall. You saw that even the same way it happened to you. That's the same thing that would like after saying that everything's ridiculous. I was still scared. Like, oh boy, hellfire. Is this what they say about the end times? That many shall lose their faith and blah blah blah. All those revelation somewhere in the Bible that was saying all the end times bullshit. That's all those things is just the last line of defense, and some people reach that point and still turn back out of fear of say, okay, I don't want to burn, or I don't want to miss heaven.
That hellfire, this thing is actually like the strongest firewall. Like that is the thing that actually works best. It's just like after trying to escape, then you know meet this kind of guard there that's saying
it's quite ironic that we even call it firewall. Hellfire.
It's true.
That's because for me, the way I got rid of hell, it was just a video or podcast I watched that it just looked at it, broke down that heaven and hell is just a carrot and stick mentality, wherein if you are incentivized by incentives or benefits motivate you, heaven will be your goal. If you are scared of punishment, hell will be what you'll be afraid of. So you keep in line. Then now understanding that hellfire is actually a concept that was brought from Dante's Inferno. And I'll be like, so all these motherfucking fuckers just created something to scare the shit out of us. And it works because fear, without fear, Religion cannot work. Fear the Lord. Everything. God will
Yes,
come.
that's
Fear not,
just it.
fear not, fear not. It's
And
fear.
it's true because we've actually like experienced like a fire burn and something. So we don't want like even just normal
Mm-hmm.
fire here, maybe hot pot or something. And they will now make it be
Mm-hmm.
like, this fire is very hot there, or 7 times. I'll be how many times hotter? And
10,000 sons, thousand sons, or thousands of
eh,
sons. And I'm like, how do you carry thermometer to measure? What is all this
Abiu.
nonsense? You people are just fucking insane.
These people as in this their format.
It's
As
fear.
in,
Without fear,
it's
religion
fair.
is dead.
And the same thing they are still saying is love again. So how am I like how am I scared of someone that loves me? I don't
Now they even
understand
say,
how
have
people
you
are
have
being.
you have you heard this comedian George Carlin? Have you seen his video?
So I've
You
not.
need to go and look for him, George Carlin. You know Carlin Cup. That's spelling Carlin.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Just watch YouTube. You see, as the way the guy broke it down. So that is that like you tell you not to. There are 10 commandments you must not. You must follow. If you don't do it, you will be born in hell. Well, be suffering and dying and this thing. But he loves you. But he
Exactly. That is
loves
just
you.
the
Yeah.
thing. How like love,
Hey.
but you just have to be born in hell if you don't love me
Love
back.
me
That
or I
kind of
burn you is one
yeah,
thing or the other. That is abusive relationship 101.
talks as in it's just toxic. The relationship,
It's
the
fucking hell. So now
yeah.
you're an atheist. You're an atheist. You are broken free from the firewall of hell. Who did you tell first? Your family.
Okay, in my family, I think my sister, my immediate sister. So the way I told her was like, I just sat her down one day and actually I was now telling her about slavery and the Bible and some stuffs
Oh boy, you're
in the
dramatic. What
Bible.
the fuck?
Yes, now. So so she was not like, so you don't believe in all these things anymore. But the thing actually made sense to her. And yeah, but she was not like, so you don't believe in all these things anymore. And I was like, as we stay humble, that kind of thing. So it's not like I actually like just call her and say, hey, I don't be atheist too. No, I
Okay.
just so I just said something to her.
So what was
So
the reaction?
she was just she because what I said actually makes sense to her. So she didn't really like try to like condemn me or something. So she actually understood my point. That kind of thing.
But she still believes.
Yeah, she still believes it. But I won't like believe as in when she's a choir in the church now, but she's not really going like that again because the church self don't tire around that kind of thing. Because normally when she just like as a choir, she know they miss any service midweek or rehearsal, like she was on fire, like now she dey go. But now she's not even around like you said, like she travel, she doesn't even care. But if she's around, she'll go. But sometimes she will just make her stay
Yeah,
Jerry because the
that's
church
good.
don't around that kind of thing.
That was good. That was good. You even say
Yeah.
your brother too don't enter the setting.
Don't enter the setting. If the thing is just that if I don't want to be like saying I'm gonna be devil, come change. I'll
No,
actually talk to them. Oh. Yes, I'll
you will
actually talk,
talk,
but
but
yes, I
you
will talk.
just leave them to go and do the work for
Yes, yes, that
themselves
is the
because there's
thing.
no
Yes, I'll just
convincing you can do.
yeah, that
There's
is just it. That is
nothing.
one thing I have to say that I don't think, but some people will just come and say like, "Hey, you are now an atheist." Like just like I woke up one day and say, "Hey, fuck Christianity, I'm now an atheist." That is how some people just used to see it. Like this
It's
thing is
their own
actually
self-defense. The
actually
self-defense
took time.
mechanism.
Yeah, those self-defense because this thing actually took time and like serious thinking as in it is not a joke as in you are living you are risking your the so-called eternity enjoyment be hell. Hey,
Hey,
so it's not the kind of trend to say you are following trend. Like,
trend. I'm like,
hey,
who is following trend? Like, please give us the ratio of atheist to Christian. You think atheism is something you do follow the crowd? Is it
I'll
not you
be
people?
as
Is it not you people that are weaponize shame on every level, and you're talking about following the crowd? It's just a gaslighting technique. That's
that
what
is that is
that's what
that
me
is
I say.
just
Because when they tell us, okay, points to give me 5 atheists, real life atheists that you around that you know of, because majority of it are quiet. Me, I'm not fully out because my parents don't know. So it's not about this thing. When other places, once I'm away from them, I don't hide it. Once someone say, "Oh God, I'm not a Christian. I'm an atheist," the person will just be like, "Oh." Say the next question will be, so who created you? I said my father fucked my mother. Do you want
Abi
to?
now.
Do you not know biology again? They say,
Abi.
my grandfather fucked my grandmother. Do you want us to go to the end? Who told you is God? Okay, who created God? God has. How did you know God has always been? Have you always been? How did you confirm that? It just gets into that. So although sometimes I avoid it because when I see that this person is just not ready for conversation, I just say, okay,
Abi. They just
I'll
want
not do it again.
to. So
So it's all.
there was even a time that because when I was doing that when I was doing my conversion process, so when I was
Yeah.
reading, when I was watching Dark Matter, so this my friend that like is we are very very close. So he goes to deeper life and he actually knows the Bible very well. Like he used to like defend it very well. So I was now like sending him those passages in the Bible that is bullshit. And the guy was like, "So you don't be atheist." Like that time I was now feeling bad because they used to like demonize that word atheist.
Yeah,
That was then I
exactly.
was now kind of feeling bad. Is it my fault again now for seeing the is it my fault now again for seeing the nonsense that is in this Bible? So it just they won't really address the issue, they will just adore names and all
It's
that.
a self-defense, it's a
And
built-in
now
self-defense system that religion has. It's
or
natural.
they'll be saying don't spare my God with small letter G. And I was like, is that what we are even talking about here? Can't you just address what you are talking about?
That's small G thing. You know what's funny? When I first deconverted, when I was Twitter, I used to type God with small G, but and I realized that if I do that small G now, they will not understand is their God I'm dissing. So I always
Yes,
put
just
the
like their God
capital G.
tag. Yeah,
I used to say,
it's
and
true.
I put the big G. Your God is a bastard. Your God should suck my dick. Your God is a fucking cunt.
Abi, so they can
Like,
actually know it's
take
their
your
own
big
God
G. I
control.
capitalize everything. It's nothing. Just take on. Jesus is a bastard in capitals. So I know I don't sugarcoat it
Anyhow,
at all.
because the other day I was talking, like I posted something on my WhatsApp, and this girl now entered my DM. She was not talking that. So I was not like, "What are you saying your God did?" Like on chat. So I think I now said like "fuck your God" or something. Sha. So she now said, "If it's sure for me, I should use capital letter G." That I was like, you see the way I typed everything in capital letter G. She was now like, "I pray God punish you for these things that." I have this. I was
Sure you see, like Christians they
as
wish there's
in
apostasy laws.
that is just as in I even sent it to that my friend in school because him too is also an atheist now. So like our time, him actually spent more time in agnosticism. Like he still no sorry in deism. He still believes in, but me I was like the mom was kind of rapid because
Okay.
as in, yeah. So that is how she was not like my if you try this and they will just start threatening you and there's even one day I was just outside my house so with my guy. That is how one this Oyedepo church. What is the name again?
Winners.
Winners. So there's this preacher. The guy came, so he first like talked to me. I told him I'm not interested. That is when I'm already an atheist too. So I said I'm not interested. So he now like talked to my guy that was sitting close to me. So after everything and all those things, he now gave my guy one banner, a small banner, but it's like a banner that he should hang it and that I should take it to him, that kind of thing. So there was one thing that he said that I actually wanted to like guy just get it. The guy said this banner, if you the person that messed with it actually got blind. So yeah. I was like, what is this threat again? As in you came to preach to someone, you get the person banner, you're telling the person not to fuck with the banner. It's one banner that where they post
Oyedepo.
picture and one service is on some Bible. I can't even really remember the content, sha. But that's a tactic of fear and all that. It's just
It's standard. It's standard. Religion without
that is
fear is
just
toothless.
no.
Fear, fear of God,
The guy
fear of
didn't even
hell,
care.
fear of the unknown is always fear. So it's funny. Bro, we will wrap up now. It was good to hear your story at long
I've been
last.
now. At
When
least
can
now
we?
I'm free
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, sir.
That freedom. I know this is the only life I have. So
That's the thing now. That's everybody the heavenly race. Heaven, my motherfucker, I don't go heaven. Like, what is all this?
That's the thing. That is just because there was actually one time when I even remember, like I was very, 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 like I think I was like 8 or 9, sha. So I didn't even know what I was thinking about, but I shall know that I was just asking that where did I come from? Where did I come from? And it actually like messed me up because the thing really messed me up, but I actually like kept to myself. I was asking myself where did I come from? Where did I come from? And I was now like I was trying to like die. Like I was actually looking for death for real. Like I want to know. I actually wanted to know what happens if I die, because then I was not thinking of death any small. I was for like 3 years or so. I was just thinking about death. Because I was saying that okay, if who created God? All those I was not asking that. What if there was no God? Where will I be? Like I was trying to remember. I did try to remember when they never born me, that kind of thing. So I was just thinking about consciousness. So I was like, this consciousness cannot go. As far as I'm experiencing it can never die. That kind of thing. So it really messed me up then, because I was just always thinking of death. But the thing actually stopped sometimes, sha. After like I can't remember, but it thing stopped, sha. So now if I remember all those times, I will just be laughing that see me, I just disturb myself. So that is just how it is.
Yeah, you're different. Where can we find you online? Do you want us to find you online?
Yeah. I'm mostly on Twitter, sha. So on Twitter at Slick Precious. That's
okay.
Yeah. And I don't really use Instagram, but still the same. You see the same name.
Okay.
Yeah. But mostly on Twitter.
All right, now, bro. Thank you for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me. It's really great having this conversation.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Please subscribe up on Apple, Spotify, Google, any other place you listen to podcasts. Then if you'd like to share your story like Precious, please reach out via DM or email. The links to reach me are in the show notes below. Anyway, have a great week and I'll catch you on the next one.